Troopers say the driver, 51-year-old James Oberfeld, likely fell asleep while taking the ramp from southbound I-95. His truck flipped into a ditch of a nearby construction site. Troopers say serves as a difficult reminder of the dangers of driver fatigue.
And allow the war to rage. I could work like a slave, enduring every day, although master wills no change. I could take a knife and cut ties.
Your coordination is off, your judgment is off.
If you stay up 24 hours, you'd be as impaired as if your blood alcohol level were 0.1%, way over the legal limit, the equivalent of 6 drinks. Less than 4 hours sleep in a 24-hour period puts you in a drowsy red zone.
It was so bad. Like, it was so bad. Here I am as a YouTuber and as a person trying my darndest to be safe and to, not risk the public and to set a good example for other drivers. And I'm treated like this.
Been awake like 17.
Yep, that happens in this business,
If it was like
run around the truck, do a couple jumping jacks, get some fresh air. Because I'm gonna tell you that fresh air is gonna get you woke up better than anything else.
better than sleep.
Yeah, I had enough. I take this very seriously. How many families have been destroyed?
Our sunset lights the view, and I could make.
This happens over and over. This is real. And I had enough. I was like, everybody can f off. I'm done with y'all's shit. I said, people are dying over this shit out on the road, and you guys don't even care. Everyone can f off. I'm done. First of all, how's the weather in your neck of the woods? Because up here in Kansas City, it is freezing cold. I would at least expect some snow if it's going to be this cold up here in KC. But anyway, so aside from that, this is night number 2 my second night back to work. And last night, I had quite an adventure. I got to work, my truck is nowhere to be found. To find out, some guy from Arkansas came up here and took my truck and took off with it. And he's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, it's got all of my things in it. It got a CV in it. Like, I finally got a consistent truck. Now it disappears. So the guy's like, don't worry, I'll bring it right back. So tonight I get a text message. I guess the guy decided just to stay in Arkansas for a while and not bring the truck back. So we're gonna see. All I gotta say is that truck better be back by tomorrow, because I'm pissed. Like, I've spent all this money. And mind you, it wouldn't be as bad if I didn't experience the breakdown stuff that I've had before, and then everybody criticizes me for not having tools and not having the ability to fix little things because you don't have tools. Why wouldn't you carry tools? Because shit like this happens. It's happened over and over and over. All I gotta say is they got till like tomorrow to find this truck, and I am not seeing the other truck that they gave me to use. No, see, this is like the last straw, because seriously, I went through truck swapping constantly with the other company, and it happened every night. And I hate it because you get in a truck that nobody's checked the equipment on, and I guarantee you, at least 8 out of 10, I will find something wrong with, because these drivers are not checking the trucks. What ends up happening in a situation like this is I show up to work, somebody took my truck, so I try to take somebody else's truck to find out, oh, I gotta fail this truck, hop in another truck, gotta fail this one too, gotta fail this one. Now the load's not moving and the company's pissed and looking at me like I'm the problem. I hate being put in that situation. Like, I absolutely hate it. It's happened too many times before, and none of it would have happened if I was in the same truck, because I know that truck is legal. I take care of that truck. And instead, now I gotta bounce around and look for a different truck. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to use a day cab again. This is ridiculous. Like, right now, I am telling the company, you know, basically they got one day to figure out how to get me in the same freaking truck or else I'm gone. I'm not gonna play this no more.
Now one location below.
Well, things get worse. Why are you beeping? Why? Why? I have fed you. I've given you something to drink. No, I just pulled up to work, made it here on time, only to find out my bag's missing. It's gone. And I'm thinking I may have set it on the ground at the apartment next to the car and forgot to put it in the car. That's how tired I am. Like, I'm exhausted. I can't think straight. I'm really hoping somebody didn't steal my bag. Like, that's the weird thing. I remember putting it on my shoulder. At least I thought I did. But then again, I didn't even remember making coffee when I got up tonight. I didn't. I had no recollection. Like, I went out and I thought, you know what I honestly thought, guys? This is how tired I am. I got out. I apparently made coffee because Jordan's been asleep and it was just made, like just finished brewing. And I remember, thinking, Jordan made me coffee. And then I stopped for a second and I'm like, he's been asleep for like an hour. I'm like, I don't remember making coffee. It's just really, really bad.
I could fight like a wounded soldier and allow the war.
Say Roper had been awake for a full 24 hours when he slammed into Morgan's limo.
Like a slave enduring every day, although master.
Any small mistake, we can take a life.
Out here on the road, trucker Abe Atella says so many companies put unrelenting pressure on drivers to deliver loads on time.
Companies and drivers will put money ahead of safety. Your eyes are open, your hands are on the wheel, but your brain shuts off for 3 to 5 seconds.
Atella says he was so worried he might cause an accident, he pulled into a truck stop and called the K&B dispatchers. The K&B dispatchers, instead of telling him to just get some rest,
We don't have a choice on this. Get a cup of coffee, walk around the truck, do something.
I already did that earlier, man.
Get that, what is it, about 10 degrees outside?
Yep.
That'll wake you right up, right? I can get you all fired up. If you want me to make you angry, I can get you woke up that way.
I'm telling you, I'm not safe to drive at the moment.
We don't have a choice on this. That's not how we work here, KB.
I say I'm not gonna hurt anybody out here on the
Well,
road.
you know what? You don't need to jump to that. That's dramatic. I don't need this morning.
I mean, it was very clear at that point that he just cared about that load and making that money.
And I'm just exhausted. So finally I get home the other day. I'm trying to clean things up. I'm trying to get myself ready for bed. And I tripped and fell. I've never felt so much pain in my freaking life. My toe, instant blood. Like, I pulled my sock off and looked at it. My toe is twisted more than sideways. I mean, it looked like it was snapped in half. Swollen. I was in so much pain. I tried to stand up and I felt like somebody hit me with a baseball bat in my stomach. and instantly the room turned white. I couldn't even stand up. I couldn't sit up. I would sit up and start to get dizzy and the room would turn white. So I'm laying there on the floor texting Jordan saying I might need to call for an ambulance because everyone's out of town. Jordan's stuck at work. I've got the car, so he's got no way home. And I'm sitting there in pain, literally crying from the pain. Like, it hurt so bad. Get up next evening, exhausted because that whole fiasco, being up half the day. Get in the truck, fall asleep at the wheel, and then I'm like, where's our other driver? Didn't see him behind me. And then Jordan gives me the call. Hey, they rushed him to the hospital with a heart attack. They were trying to run us 7 days a week. Drivers falling asleep at the wheel. It's a long story. You can see some of it on my private group that I have on Patreon, but you know, I'd had like 4 hours of sleep, was working every day. It was crazy. And I was so wore out. I was like, guys, I'm too tired to drive tonight. They're like, we have to have you. So against my better judgment, I came out to try to work anyway and do the good thing. And next thing I know, they reported me for being possibly intoxicated because I was so tired. And they came up and questioned me and said, have you been drinking? I have never drank in my life, like ever. I've never even tried the slightest drug. Like, I don't even like taking prescription medication of any sort, like when I'm sick or whatever. And here I am, like, being falsely accused of this. So after I bent over backwards to come in and work for them. So we just got hit with one thing after another. Carl over there had a heart attack. We nearly lost him right before Christmas because they were working him 7 days straight. They were not giving him a break. We had a driver fall asleep at the wheel. I mean, very easily could have, you know, overturned the truck and died. Good morning. I am finally somewhat recovered. So I'm hitting the road. Right now, a lot is changing. A lot has happened over the last few days. Right now I'm heading to a special company meeting. I don't even have my makeup really on or anything right now. So do you guys want to see what I look like without makeup? This is it. To let you guys in on a little bit behind the scenes, I basically got wind of a plan to pretty much get rid of me with the company. So apparently they were pissed off and didn't think I worked hard enough because I only worked 6 days during peak season and not 7 because 7 was illegal. And they're apparently also pissed off that I was failing trucks because they weren't DOT compatible, which is what we were supposed to do. Is we were told to check trucks, and if there's something, fail them. Either fix them or fail them. I told him, okay, but you know, I can't be held liable for guys that aren't checking their trucks. So long story short, the other night I failed a bunch of trucks. And then afterwards, my only saving grace pretty much was the other driver came on. It was me and him were the last 2 drivers. He actually checks his trucks too. And we both ended up failing all of the trucks except for like 2. And we were late picking up our load because of it, and the company looked bad. Wasn't our fault. Somebody stole my truck, right? They took my truck with my things in it, told me go find a truck. I'm like, this is great. Every freaking truck had problems with it. The other driver came aboard. Every truck he checked had problems with it. Delayed us, delayed the load, made the company look bad. And now apparently they're turning it around and blaming Brittany for actually checking her crap. You know, not the guy that stole her truck or the fact that she worked her ass off to the point of nearly killing somebody over the holidays. So right now, I'm not very happy with the inside politics in truck driving. I'm like, basically, y'all can go, you know, screw yourselves. I'm standing my ground. We got a special company meeting tonight, but just to let you guys in on some behind the scenes is, as of today, I'm going to be going in, hopefully, on a business venture helping the family business in trucking. So I'm gonna be making some big changes, be helping Jordan's dad with his trucking company, and me and him are going to work together because he knows I don't have any record, don't have any accidents, my record's clean. So it'll keep the insurance low. I'd be the first 1099 contractor with the company. I'm really impressed how he's leading his company right now and planning to grow. And he's basically like, you know what? You want to come work with me? And that way they have no control over your schedule. I'm like, hell yeah. Let's work together. Let's make this happen. Let's grow the company. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm going to the company meeting, which is the company that I have been contracting with. So I don't know what crap they're going to pull tonight. Good morning. I am finally headed back to work after like a week and a half, something like that, being out of work. After being suspected of drug and alcohol use. Really, peoples? Really? From the one who's never drank in her life or ever even so much as tried even light drug or anything. So yeah, I won't get into that, but I am officially hired on with the new company. I am en route over there now. The owner is supposed to meet me, show me the ropes to his truck. I am very proud to drive that truck. Who can say they drove the very first company truck with a company that's grown, goes big in the future? So, well, let's see. I'm excited. Remember the guy that stole my truck? Didn't ask permission, took it, had all my things in it. Right after the company had said, hey, this is your truck to use each night that you work. You know, you can keep your things in it, blah, blah, blah. The guy takes it. And apparently, as I understand it, the guys decided not to give the truck back, but instead he decided to come drop my things off and throw them in another truck. So I'm gonna head over there, see if I can recover my things. I'm just really, really glad to be done with this other company. I mean, we're still gonna run the same freight. We're like subcontracting with them. So I get all of that, but I am so ready to be done with all the crap and them twisting things around, saying one thing and then lying through their teeth and switching things around and then calling me into work. I'm not gonna say what I know, but I kind of know some things. I only had a few hours of sleep because they wanted me to stay extra hours past my log and deliver trailers and stuff like that. So by the time we get done with everything, I am so exhausted. I haven't slept more than like 4 hours in days. Okay, let's hope we can find the truck with my things in it. Yeah, guess what? The driver who not only didn't return the truck, he gave me back my broken camera mount, mind you. He took all of my tools, my hundreds of dollars of bags, tools, truck parts, everything. I am so pissed. Assholes. You know, this is the second trucking company that they've given away my things. And when they know I have my things in it. So, you know what? Some people may call me a complainer or whatever. That's hundreds of dollars worth of tools. And mind you, they first complained on me and said, why aren't you carrying tools? You should always carry tools, supplies, you know, buy you some bags, blah, blah, blah. They criticized me because I didn't have that stuff. I bought the stuff and then they let it float away. That's the kind of company, just like when I told them I was too exhausted to drive, they said, we have to have you tonight no matter what. So I agreed to run. And then because I looked tired, they reported me for drinking alcohol on the job. I am so pissed. Companies like that can go themselves. In this truck, it's going to be scrubbed squeaky clean. But the first step was decluttering.